LFG Marbles is brought to you by all of our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/LFGX and our friends over at Spilled Coffee Workshop, spilledcoffeeworkshop.com, making all sorts of great acrylic goods from some of Diamond Club's own. Check them out. Here's the intro!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the main event of the evening. The moment you've all been waiting for. It's time! Introducing your host, Rise, the Marvel Machine,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Marbles, the League of Fun Games Season 5. Thank you for joining me here on Week 3. I'm Bryce Castillo, your Marbles navigator, host, your escort, and all sort of good things, bringing you into this fun competition. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to do about 16 physics-based races this evening. All you got to do is sit there in the chat and look pretty. Let's take a look at that whole thing. Why don't we?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt.
All right, folks, you have got 2 minutes to join us in our first race of the evening. It's on Multi-Lane Madness. Thank you so much for joining us. If this is your first time or if you've just forgotten, here's how you play every race this evening. You're going to have to type !PLAY in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. It's fun, it's free, it's so easy, and that's all you have to do. After that, it's all done. After that, it's all done. You just sit there, you wait, you look for, you got Mac Addict, and we got Glenn, and we got Paolo, and we got Malvinius, we got Mailnum, and Bizdism, and Jake Schneider, of course, our LFG title sponsor. We've also got 45 minutes, thank you, Theater Monkey, 45 minutes on our first half of the game clock. We're here on Multi-Lane Madness. This is a classic level with a bit of a multi-lane setup. There are about 3 different ways that our racers can go here on Multi-Lane Madness. There's you see a lot of these stair steps or these hard drops. These are really difficult because if you're going real lateral when you hit those, you can fly right off the track, and let me tell you, you don't want to do that. All right, well, everyone is going to be going in 45 seconds. There's still plenty of time to join the 43 registered racers for this race, of course. Keep an ear out for this sound or the message in the chat when you know you can join the next race. You will have to do it every race. It'll be a new race every couple of minutes. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here on Marbles. Week 3. I did think it was week 3. I got a lot of stuff. I'm working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes here. Trying to get some stuff automated a little bit. Try to get some stuff flow in, some new stuff here. But you know what's not new? It's going to be multi-main Ladness here. It's the Ladness Bible. Starting in 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 44 racers are off on our first race of the evening. Glendon, Ray, Captain, Scoop Shooter, Poff, and Mad Sci. Oh no, Kel! Kel fell off the track in our first casualty of the evening. We got Captain Fubar and Poff leading. Manaberry and Scoop Shooter, our first runners here on Multi-Lane Madness. You can get an idea of where everyone's going just a little bit here. It's a little messy, isn't it? We got a lot of folks falling off the side of the screen. Keep an eye on the right side of the screen there for all of the DNFs happening all night. There's Paolo falling off the track. We're going up to Captain Fubar here, who is just behind Malvinius' local ghost. Only 37 seconds elapsed so far. There's still a lot of chances for chaos here between the Steve here, and this is a slow and low Steve. That's pretty dangerous. You got the Ram's Head here, which may not be too chaotic as long as they get in early. There's Malvinius' local ghost, and there's Captain Fubar getting stopped by that Steve, opening the door for Cheesy Popcorn, Enchilada, Fun, and Princess Dagger to all take a strike, but it's going to be Judy Bootybot into the Ram's Head first, followed by Night Attack Interesting, and Captain Fubar, Pop Deluxe, falling off the track there. Next into the Ram's Head, Cheesy Popcorn ahead of Game Swan, behind Game Swan, Manaberry and Princess Dagger 17, Scott and Ledwin all in the mix here. We're only 19 racers left in this race. It's that Punk one pulling at the rear as Malvinius' local ghost approaches the finish line. There will not be a new record on this race, but we are just about done with Multi-Lane Madness here. It's our first race of the evening. And it's going to be Judy Bootybot ahead of Night Attack and Captain Fubar as your podium on the first race of the evening. We've got 1:48 now on the big red clock at the top of your screen. That's how long the rest of our racers have to make it into the race finish line there. Last person to finish each race will get 1 bonus point in our league. We've got Spiral Shape and That Punk One, who pretty handily have got a finish in their future. So does Kinlan. There's 1.5 minutes left to go for Kinlan, but I think that's more than enough time. Enchilada Fun going on the left side of the Ram's Horn here. This will be an interesting one to see with 1:17 left. The Ram's heads are not very complicated. There's not a lot of chaos to get you stomped up, but they're pretty slow. They're gonna be pretty slow. They're not very chaotic, to be honest. And if the Stephen Heck line was a little closer to John Culling, Enchilada Fun over here, maybe there would be some danger. But look at this, almost a whole minute left on that big red clock. But there we go. Congratulations go to Judy Bootybot, Night Attack, and Captain Fubar. Your podium here on Multi-Lane Madness. Oh, I see he's hitting me with the money bag, the sack full of money emote. Top 10 rounded out by Game Swan in 4th place, leading Cheesy Popcorn, Mana Berry, Princess Dagger 17, Ledwin, Vuff, and Scott Max in 10th place. In 18th place, Enchilada of Fun took that last place point, going to get 1 point in our LFG Marbles League. Look at all the DNFs. Look at all the DNFs here. We had a lot of DNFs in this race, didn't we? All right. Easy, right? All right, let's do that 15 more times. All right, we are loaded up into our second race of the evening. It's called Rusty Remnant. You got 2 minutes to join us here. Type !PLAY in the chat like everyone else is doing. Get a marble with your name on it. I like that B. Coford is, when he types Bang Play, he puts the little Mario 3 arrows. He's getting the whole momentum. He's getting the whole momentum out of that round. Hello, folks. You got another 1:30 to join us here. I've been playing a new video game. I've been playing Midnight Suns very briefly. I'm like an hour or 2 into it. It's actually kind of nice that the levels are not super tactical. I mean, it's superheroes, right? It's Marvel stuff. So you're superheroes and you play cards. It's from the people who make XCOM, but it's not an XCOM game. It really is not. Like there's tactics to how you play, but it's not like you're on a big gridded map. So far it's just been, you're just in a big space. There's a bunch of shit on the ground. The shit on the ground's good. And just move around and fight some guys, which I think is just right. I think it's just right. The battle I just did right before we started the stream. It was me, my character. It was Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel was there. And then fucking Knight Rider. No. Knight Rider. Yeah. No. Isn't he Knight Rider? That's actually no. Who is that? Who's that? With there is Blade in Blade is in the name. Is it Knight Rider? I only know it from our Flaming Shots bit called Knight Rider, but that was also that show in the 80s. All right, 10 seconds to join us in this race here. 5 seconds now. In any case, that battle ended with him driving a car into a helicopter and doing 36 points of damage. So, it's a pretty good game. All right, our racers are off here. It's Anathema Unbound, Sarge's Unnamed Bizdism leading here on Rusty Remnant, our second race of the evening. 43 racers are registered here, and they are pretty much all off the line, with Buff and Captain Jack pulling up their rear. Ghost Rider. Thank you. Ghost Rider, not Knight Rider. It was kind of a fun surprise. I didn't know that character was Ghost Rider until he was like, yeah, I'm Ghost Rider. And you're like, holy shit, you're Ghost Rider! All right, Captain Fubar, Anathema Unbound, Business, and Sergeant Sunday. Some of the leading has Captain Fubar is the first one to get into the elevator. Howie, go Howie. Theater Monkey and Get Pull Xander. Semi front runners, Anathema, Mighty Mike, and Sergeant Sunday also still in the front pack. 45 seconds elapsed so far. And we've got Anathema Unbound on the right side, Game Swan on the left. Mac Attic is fighting for that first place spot on the right side there. Our racers are splitting up yet again, going into a small order of curly fries now. They've multi-laned up, and they're going to converge yet again here about minute and 5. We're looking at Game Swan, who has got a solid lead over Enchilada of Fun, Max Power, and Mac Attic. Oh, and Get Pull Xander even. As Game Swan goes into the hamster ball uphill, as Mighty Mike and Get Pull Xander are the 2 and 3 making their way in next. We're looking for who's going to be off the block first. Is going to be, oh, Howie, oh, Poffy, oh, Judy, and Kinlan. Kenworth and B. Coford. First one out of the hamster ball. A minute 30 so far. Howie and Poff are... Oh my goodness, it's the two of them fighting for first place. It's just the two of them, and they're next to each other. That's a dog fight! Howie is leading on Poff Deluxe. A minute 43 on the clock so far. Ooh, a bit of a half bonk for both of these front packs as Poff falls a little bit far behind as Howie pulls ahead on the Rusty Remnant. Poff Deluxe falling into the back pack. And that is a short dog fight. Your winner is How Intensely in that. First time we had a good dogfight in a little while there. 2 minutes on the clock as Howie is looking to keep this lead. Howie's back in the marbles and showing them how it's done. Kinlan and Poff are trying to keep up. Ambassador Domo's local ghost is there as well. B. Coford and Kel, Game Swan, and Mighty Mike. Howie's going on the right side. Folks, Howie's going on the right side here. This could be big. A lot of racers don't end up on these alternate sides until later in the race, which makes them not very helpful at that point to make points. But Howie has got B. Coford, Kinlan, and Mad Scientist Kel on their tail. Howie dropping onto Mighty Mike, and no, falling off the track, giving up the lead to Mighty Mike. Oh my goodness. Max Power also jumping ahead. Oh no, Mighty Mike, who had outrun Howie, has now fallen off the track. There's no record as Ambassador Doma pulls it in. It's going to be Max Power, followed by Ledwin, and it looks like Game Swan as your podium here on Rusty Remnant. Jiminy! Sorry, Howie. All right, your top 10 are in with Mechaholic pulling up the rear. Let's take a look at who's in the back of the pack here. A minute 45 is plenty of time if you ask me, but we do have to hit that big hurry up button for Sergeant Sunday, who's looking to get that last place point. I'm sorry, Howie. That's awful. You were super dominant. You were too fast. You actually literally were too fast. Congratulations. Go to Max Power 683, Ledwin, and Game Swan. Your podium here on Rusty Remnant race number 2 this evening. Top 10 rounded out by Darlink in 4th place, leading on Ken Wharf 04. ICU, Kinlan, Manaberry, Anathema Unbound, and Mechaholic in 10th place. Scrolling down just a little bit, we find out that Sergeant Sunday took the last place position in 28th place. Gonna get that last place point. Scrolling through all of our DNF friends. Of course, DNF stands for Does Need Frankersies. Make sure you give me all of the Frankersy emotes and flood the screen with them. All right, we are loaded up into our next race. It's the MSLA Raceway. Our race with 2 minutes to join us here on this motorsport style track. Our racers are going to have to compete on this winding road. Of course, exclamation mark plays what you want to type in the chat to join that winding road brigade. Here on the MSLA Raceway. Are you guys excited? It is this coming week. This coming week is going to be the reveal of the F1 cars. Over the next 2 weeks, and I think it's pretty much going to go no Valentine's Day. But a bunch of the cars are going to get revealed. A bunch of the liveries. Mostly going to be the liveries. That'll be the interesting stuff. I know, like for example, last season. A bunch of the cars that they showed off were not the cars that they raced. Just so that they can be like, oh, we're not even going to let them see our thing. But it'll be interesting. There was big news. Alfa Romeo lost their title sponsor in Orlen. And then Alpha Tauri got their Orlen sponsor. And then Alpha replaced Orlen with Stake, Stake, which is a gambling website. You go to their Twitter and it says, oh, also you can, this is not in like English language territory, so you cannot be using anything. You can't be using Stake, sorry. But it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. It'll be weird to see the Alpha Tauri have not Red Bull as like their, like obviously Alpha Tauri have their own sponsors and they are like different. Well, here's something different. Our racers, 43 of them, are going to get started in 3 seconds here on the MSLA Raceway. We're going to do 4 laps around this course, and our racers are off of a pole position. Paolo is leading this race, but we've got a bunch of front runners going into the first turn now. They're colliding and slamming and slaloming, but it's okay because they're all made out of tempered glass. Coming out of the second turn, it's Scoop Shooter and Paolo DLR trading first place as they go through the wide third turn, and then a dog leg left in turn 4. Scoop Shooter leading handily over Malvinius. Mr. Bruick now in second place. Mac Addict, Ledwin, Mad Scientist, Kel, and Malvinius all trying to get the right line out of the kink right. Going to the long, fast straight to the left as Ledwin leads 45 seconds into this. Did they change the lighting on this track, or are we doing is this a day? Is this one of those? Is it a morning race over there? We got Ledwin, who is going on the far outside. Let's see how it does for Ledwin in this turn, because Ledwin lost those places to Waylight X and ICU, and it turns out Ledwin continued to lose those places. Ledwin sitting in third place, Gipple in 4, Paolo, Malvinius, Mr. Brook, and Scoop Shooter following. Zooming out just a little bit here, in the back we got Captain Jack, Spiral Shape, Mecha Hulk, Wuffin, Kinlan pulling to the rear as we go into lap 2 in the NSLA Raceway. B. Coford is letting us know he's made out of purple ham, which is true. So we'll see how that. Maybe that'll help. All right, we go back to the front of the pack. Waylight and ICU are still fighting, trading first place as ICU leads out of this turn. But is going on the inside line. Ooh, let's see how this will do, because Ledwin's catching up now. Ledwin's catching up and has taken the first place spot in that fast left curve. ICU pulling ahead now as Waylaid X tries to overtake on the outside, but Ledwin on that inside line gets a direct wall collision to hold that lead, going into dogleg right and then a hairpin left. Ledwin is leading well ahead of ICU, Waylaid X, Gitbull Xander, and Defiant Geek. Defiant Geek going up to 4th place there now. Your top 10 are on the site. On the right side, we're going to keep a look here as our racers make their way through the pinhead. Hairpin. I watched whatever that movie is. I've forgotten the name of it. Kidland is Spiral Shape Balloon in the rear. I watched the Hellraiser. Yeah, I watched the first one and then I watched the new one. That new Hellraiser's all right. That new Hellraiser's all right. I mean, it's pretty much the first Hellraiser. There's not a lot going on. All right, Ledwin's leading. Look at this, a great gap from Ledwin to Waylaid X in the second position. Third place, Gitbull Xander in 3 on the third lap. Number 4 is Aaron Byrne ahead of Defiant Geek, who is actually falling places to ICU and Mac Addict. Defiant Geek going down to 7 and 8th even, if Bobcat can keep this speed in the fast left. We are here back at the front of the pack. It's Ledwin leading in the hairpin head. It's the hairpin head here on MSLA Raceway. 3.5 minutes a lap so far as Ledwin makes it through the start-finish straight to start lap 4, the final lap of the MSLA Raceway. One day we'll do a nice long race here, because you can actually do like pit stops. There's like a whole like pit stop element to it, I think. Ledwin is still leading, 3:45 on the clock here. All 43 racers have still made it. No DNFs just yet. Ledwin leading Gitbull Xander and then Aaron Byrne. Aaron Byrne moved up into the third place. Mac Addict and Bobcat overtaking Waylaid X just a bit here as our racers make their way through the first sector on the MSLA Raceway. Ledwin leading on Gitpool Xander, Aaron Byrne, Mac Addict. Bobcat just ahead of Waylaid X. Theater Monkey getting overtaken by Mr. Brooke, Mighty Mike Darlincoln, ICU, Judy and Scoop Shooter. 420 on the clock. Going up to the front of the pack now. Gitpool Xander has... look at this. Gitpool Xander has brought his own vehicle and is now leading the MSLA Raceway after 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Gitpool Xander's leading. Oh, a great line out of the hairpin head. And your winner, it looks like, is going to be... with a time of 4:52, Gitpool Xander. All right, our racers are making their way in. Top 10 are in. Here we go. Looking like it's going to be Kingsba getting the Latifi point. The last place point is always called the Latifi point on race tracks. Here we go. Congratulations go to Gitpool Xander, Mac Addict 89, and Aaron Byrne. Well, that's your podium here on the MSLA Raceway. That's our third race this evening. Top 10 rounded out by Ledwin in fourth, leading Mr. Brooke, Waylaid X, Bobcat, Theater Monkey Darlincoln, then in 10th place at Scoop Shooter. Scrolling through all of our racers here to find out who got that last place point. Oh my dog, all 43 racers, of course, finished this race. And in 43rd place is going to be Kingsba getting that last place point. Bump. Let's take a look at today's big movers and shakers as we load our fourth race of the day. When there are no DNFs, you guys got to give me that. Oh, my dog. I'm out. All right, here we go. The big movers and shakers today so far. It's been Ledwin, Game Swan, Gitpool Xander, Judy, Bootybot, and Max Power 683. We'll take a look at the league standings after this race, but it's time for race 4, Enemy at the Gates. I'm going to start a 2-minute timer. You've got to type !play in the chat to get a marble with your name on it, and then you get a marble with your name on it. The great thing about this is that this is all you have to do. This is all you have to do. This is not something you have to do, but what you're doing is all you have to do. I'm gonna start it. So I'm playing Midnight Suns, and I know I understand that there are a lot of Marvel people in it, and I've already met a lot of them that I know. Iron Man and Doctor Strange, Doctor Spooky are pretty central. So Captain Marvel's there too. But you also have a lot of Blade. I think one of the girls from Runaways is there. Of course, you've got Ghost Rider. I was gonna say Hell Rider. So I know there's a lot of heroes, but I don't know how. And I know that there's Wolverine's in it. They've got Wolverine on the box art. Spider-Man was in it. I got to use Spider-Man for a couple of turns. But I want to know how it goes. They do have. It's interesting because you can tell where they're like, oh, we do have to like interact with modern Marvel stuff. So like Agatha is like passed away, but then she's a ghost. You got Scarlet Witch who's around. Even at the beginning, they're like, oh, I'm Doctor Strange. This is Scarlet Witch. She's my apprentice. It's a long story. Because of fucking all the like movies and TV shows they just did about with Scarlet Witch. All right, well, here's a movie and TV show you can do. It's called Enemy at the Gates. We got 50 racers registered to go, and they are off on our fourth race this evening. Goodness gracious. They're all plinkoing their way down the gates. Oh no, Gray Malkin first off the block, and this is one of those tracks that just has a bunch of gaps. So we're sorry about that, Gray Malkin. You were too fast. You actually were too fast to win, if you can believe it. If that's any consolation, you were too fast to win, and really, that's something you can hang your hat on. Can't say the same for Puff though. All right, Scott Max. Oh, Miravina just went under the pit. Miravina pitted. Sorry, Maravina. Hey, we lost Max Power. We got Jake Schneider, your LFG title sponsor here, leading ahead of Pick 1000's local ghost. Oh no, Jake fell off. I didn't know they put a hump there. Well, that's gonna make it pretty difficult if you put a damn hump there. All right, leading now, it's gonna be Cheesy Popcorn, Waylaid X, Scott Max, and Get Pull Xander as more of our racers fall off of this treacherous track. 30 racers. No, 28 still left. Oh, the Marbality. That's right, I see you. Jiminy, there's Pick 1000's local ghost and Cheesy Popcorn. Oh! Getting picked up by those stanchions. Waylaid X getting hit by that center pole. It's going to be Cheesy Popcorn followed by Get Pull Xander getting the escape velocity. Cheesy Popcorn and Get Pull both getting bonked. It's going to open up the door for Get Pull and Anathema. And Waylaid X with a bit of speed at the final stretch takes the win at the very last moment. Anathema Unbound and Get Pull Xander pulling up the rest of the podium as your top 10. Make it in on Enemy at the Gates. A minute 20 now for our racers to bring it in. We've got Mr. Bruick and Manaberry at the back here. This is plenty of time for them, as long as they don't get popped. The thing is, as long as they don't get popped, there's Manaberry. As long as Mr. Bruick doesn't get popped, it's an easy last place point. There we go. Congratulations go to Waylaid X, who finished with the time of 1:29.5, about a second and a half too slow for a new record. Waylaid is leading Anathema Unbound and Get Pull Xander to be your podium. That's the top 3 here on our 4th race this evening, Enemy at the Gates. Top 10 rounded out by Scoop Lindsay in 4th place, leading Judy Bootybot, Sunbun, Mechaholic, Defiant Geek, Sergeant Sunday, and Malvinius in 10th place. Oh my Franker Z's, we had 50 racers register for that one, and only 21 of them finished. It's Mr. Bruick in that last place point. Let's take a look at the top standings in your league while we load up the next track. Your Season 5 leaders after 2.25 weeks, really. It's Ledwin with 76 points over Darlink with 74 and Mechaholic with 72. 2 wins for Mechaholic, 3 for Night Attack. But that's only 6th place, huh? Manaberry's in 4th ahead of Princess Dagger 17. And then Night Attack in 6th. We got On the Donner in 7. Get Pull Xander in 8. Male Numb and Malvinius 9 and 10. Look at that. There's a 9-point gap between Scoop Lindsay in 13 and Judy Bootybot in 14th place. Big. All right, we're loaded up into our next race. It's Emerald Downs. This is another circuit type track. Okay, well, we're going to get started in 2 minutes. Make sure you join us, !plays, which one to type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. We're going to do another four laps. This one is a little different than the what's the normal the oval. The difference between this one and the oval is that it's slower and the marbles are a lot bigger. Hey, Krug, thank you for the raid. Hello, everybody. This is perfect timing. You got a minute 30 to join us here in Marbles. !plays what you type in the chat right now. Just type it right now. You'll get a marble with your name on it right now. And you're going to join this race. And that's all you have to do. The great thing about racing here is that that's all you have to do. Is you join the race, and then we'll handle it. And then you're good. You race, and then we're good. 1 minute to join us here on Emerald Downs. We got another 15 minutes in this half. Plenty of time. Another 45-minute half coming up. Of course, if you are enjoying yourself and you're like, I already want more, we'll be back next. We'll be back for our next match on February 10th. So we're taking a bye week. We'll be back Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, February 10th for week 4. That'll be the halfway point in Season 5. Hi, Krug. Thank you again for the raid. Our racers have got another 30 seconds to join us here. Exclamation mark play is what you want to type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. Join the 49 racers who are registered. How's your Friday night going, everybody? If you haven't noticed, we are doing the Weird Things podcast on Fridays now. So make sure you join us here on Friday afternoons before marbles. All right, 50 racers are registered for Emerald Downs, and they are going to go in now. Our racers are off on this 4-lap circuit. It's Emerald Downs. Going up to the front of the pack here, we see Paolo, Ken Worf, Dar Lincoln, Scoop Shooter, Mighty Mike, Night Attack, and Sunbun, your front pack here on Emerald Downs. They're going around. Kinlan, Mechaholic, and Spiral Shape pulling up the rear. 40 seconds here on Emerald Downs. All right, folks. Would you like to get the V? Here, we can get the. We can get the general. We can get the general access seats, right? Oh my goodness, look at him over there. Look at him over there. Look at him over there. Oh, we can use our... Look at that. Hey, look, there they are. Let's see, this is what it's like. This is what it's like. Or if we can go for the VIP seats. Oh, look at that. You can just see everything. All right, we're going to the front of the pack here. Excuse me. We got Paolo trading blows with Sunbun for that first place spot, but Paolo with his with the fucking G Police protective prison cell around. Paolo is trying to hold off Sunbun as Paolo goes on the inside of the turn here. Is that going to be good enough as Sunbun goes on the outside? Sunbun trying to... Oh, they're neck and neck. They're wheel to wheel. Oh, my goodness. Sunbun jumping up on the track and then leading. Has taken the front spot now on Emerald Downs. Incredible move. Oh, my God. He fucking jumped. Sunbun now fighting with Night Attack, who has fallen back after just a little bit of a boost here. Your leading racers in the start-finish straight going into our final lap. It's Sunbun, Mighty Mike, Darlink, Paolo, FLS Carnage, Night Attack, and many more. They're getting going on the last lap here on Emerald Downs. Darlink leading on the back straight. Mighty Mike and Sunbun, Night Attack, FLS Carnage, Argyle, Guile, and Max Power. As our racers are going into the final turn now. It is neck and neck to wheel with Sunbun leading in the turn, middle of the turn, coming in the outside. Sunbun closing the door on Mighty Mike and Darlink. Let's see what happens when they hit the wall. It's going to be Sunbun a stretch ahead over Darlink and Mighty Mike. Max Power, Night Attack, Captain Fubar, and Malvinius here on Emerald Downs. There we go. What was that? Hey. Congratulations go to Sunbun, Darlink, and Mighty Mike. Your podium on Emerald Downs. Top 10 rounded out by Max Power, 683 in fourth place, leading Night Attack, Malvinius, Jake Schneider, That Punk 1, Captain Fubar, and Mr. Bruick in 10th place. All 50 racers entered, and all 50 of them finished with Aaron Byrne taking that last place spot. Is that what we saw at the end there? Zip, 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 zip. Is that you, Aaron? Were you going zip, zip, zip? I'm going zip, zip, zip. I'm always going zip, zip, zip. All right, let's load up another track. All right, we're loaded up on another level here. It's our 6th level tonight. 12 minutes and a half. Plenty of time to get to number 8. Procedural Adventure. It's what we're playing now. Exclamation mark plays which one to type to get a marble with your name on it. So fun. It's so free. It's so easy. By the way, if you want your beautiful pet to join our pet slideshow here, join the Discord. And then just post a picture of your adorable little friend in our pet and cam chat. Or if you got a cam chat. Sometimes it's good to see what the cam checks are. All right, 1:20 now on Procedural Adventure. So I bought Midnight Sun, and that's a pretty good game. And I bought a couple of other games that were on sale and are lower price. And I really haven't spent a lot of time with them, so I don't want to poo-poo on them too much. But I got... So Midnight Suns is like a $70 game, because that's what fucking video games cost now. And then these other two games combined were under $10. I got Evil Bad. I think that's what it's called. Evil Bad, which is like it's like if Bomberman was a roguelike, which is kind of interesting. No one's done that yet, I don't think. Maybe, but it's basically if Bomberman, an 8-bit Bomberman, or like a pixel art Bomberman, was a roguelike. There might be something there. I don't know. And then the other one was we'll get to it. But we got 50 racers here loaded up on the Procedural Adventure. In 3 seconds, they're going off, and they're going off on the Procedural Adventure. Our racers are making their way through what is actually a procedurally generated track full of all sorts of traps and stunts and crappy little things to do to you. Our racers are hitting some cones of Dunshire, making their way through Porter Robinson's latest music set, avoiding the trap door through the speed humps. No DNF so far. Oh, Darlink just missing out on that trap door. Oh! Got some explosions going on in the back of the pack here. Wayne Geo has gotten stopped on the wall there as Judy Bootybot B. Covert and Mailnum take the lead on Procedural Adventure. 45 seconds elapsed as Mailnum falls off the track. Oh, I hate to see that. B. Covert now leading on Wayne Geo and Judy Bootybot as they make their way through more speed bumps and another trap door. Watch out! Of course, you stick on the wall a lot in that Procedural Adventure here. B. Covert, Judy Bootybot, and then Dumb Guy 420 as Judy Bootybot avoids the low Steve. 1:08 on the clock as Judy runs away with this. Look at this. B. Covert only now making escape velocity as Judy makes it into the next Steve here, and then into a mustachioed Steve. Judy's going to have a good escape velocity on both of these, I think, as Dumb Guy 420 only now enters that second Steve. My goodness here. Let's see what they do as Judy Bootybot gets stopped up here after the mustachioed Steve. Dumb Guy now getting the escape velocity, so does Mac Attic and B. Covert. A bunch of the racers are making their way out of the mustachioed section as Judy Bootybot very carefully brings it home through the final stretch now on the Procedural Adventure. Oh, did Judy get it? They don't have enough speed. It's Wayne Geo. It's Wayne Geo and the Ben Franklin. And Candy. Oh, no. Oh, no. 15 seconds left on that big red clock. Argyle, Gargoyle, and Chemist and Cinematic Universe got to bring it in. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That stinks. Oh, they didn't make it. Just in time. We got Wayne Geo, the Ben Franklin, and Captain Jack 913. That's your podium here on the Procedural Adventure. It's our 6th race this season. Top 10 rounded out by Game Swan in 4th place, leading B. Covert, Theater Monkey, That Punk 1, Spiral Shape, ICU, and Defiant Geek in 10th place. 50 racers entered, and only 20 of them finished at Sergeant Sunday. who secured the last place bag. Sorry, Argyle and Universe. Look at all our DNF friends. They do need Franker-Z's. That's the crazy thing about DNFs is that they do need the Franker-Z's. Let's take a look at the big movers today as we go into our 7th race. You got 2 minutes to join us here on the laboratory. Exclamation mark plays what you want to type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. The big movers today so far, Game Swan with 26 points. First 26 points of the season. Ledwin with 23, as does Gitpull Xander. Darlink and Max Power with 21. Judy Bootybot with 20. All right, we're loaded up into the laboratory. This is our next race this evening. You got another minute and 30 to join us. Exclamation mark plays, which one type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. Now, if you like marbles and you want even more of this, if you're liking this, if you're thinking, hey, I could do that, check out our website. The website is marbles.win, and it's got everything. It has everything. I would have it tell you your weather if I knew how to do that. That's where you can get the email list. That's where you can get the Google Calendar link. That's where you can get the Discord access. That's where you can get the merchandise. That's where you can get all of the schedule of the upcoming races. That's where you can find all sorts of good stuff there. Check it out, marbles.win. The other cheap game that I got the other day was, I think it's called, I don't even exactly know it, but I'm pretty sure it's called Grand Prix : Rock in Racing. And it's a top-down racing game. Like if you've ever played, anybody play the old old Micro Machines, the old Micro Machines games that were all top-down. Micro Machines had some ballin'-ass games. I had the PlayStation Micro Machines game, and then I remember I had the Game Boy Micro Machines game, and both of those games ball out of control. All right, 5 seconds to ball out of control here with us in the laboratory. 3, 2, and 48 racers are off on our 7th race this evening. Dumb guy's asking, will playing marbles help my kidney stone pass faster? Asking for myself. It will, but only if you jump up and down. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm barely a spiritual doctor. All right, our racers are making their way through the curly straws now, but it's going to be Scoop Shooter first off of the block, ahead of Mr. Burke, Poff, and Ledwin. There's Max Power's local ghost, but the laboratory's got a lot of craziness for you in store. Our racers are making their way off the block now in the laboratory. 35 seconds elapsed. We're going to the top of the pack here. As the crow flies, Scoop Shooter is your leader ahead of Mr. Burke and Poff Deluxe, both of whom are a bit of a stretch behind. Scoop Shooter speeding into the hamster ball uphill, trying to get, there we go, getting into that alleyway. That's what we want to see for Scoop Shooter. Mr. Burke just behind as they make their way into a mini funnel. There's Max Power's local ghost, who's the next one out the alley. Oh, sorry, ICU. It looks like Poff and Ledwin, Waylaid, and Kel are making their way out of the hamster ball. Oh no, Bob and Argyle. Sorry, guys. Mr. Burke shooting now fast out of the double protected high-speed Steve, getting a front bump off of a low and slow Steve here. A Scoop Shooter. Ooh, getting a little fancy with it, but also loses escape velocity. Ledwin speeding through, but not getting the correct trajectory to land it. Scoop Shooter looking for a slow escape velocity. Defiant Geek just on their tail, but it's not going to be fast enough. Scoop Shooter is your winner ahead of Defiant Geek by a few seconds, coming in third. In the finish, in the final stretch, it's a Mad Scientist Kel ahead of Judy Bootybot, third and fourth. All right, you've got a minute 15 to join us here on that big red clock. The top 10 have made their way in. It's Anathema Unbound, pulling up that 10th place spot we're looking for. The last place finisher, we got Captain Fubar and Game Swan and Miravina all the way back here. All the way back here. Now, this is not exactly great, But once you get out of here, you're not likely to come back. There's some of these where there are two of these big fast Steves are in a row, and you can keep going. You can keep going back and forth, frankly. 45 seconds now as Miravina, Game Swan, and Captain Fubar are looking to get some points tonight. Scoop Lindsay. Ooh, Scoop Lindsay on a bad roll. Miravina trying to get the escape velocity and does. A little slow, a little lateral. Scoop Lindsay going for another round on the Steve here. Another half round. Ducking through a duct there. Scoop Lindsay hitting a sweep. Ooh, not going to get the escape velocity, but going to overshoot, go back. Let's see. Oh, right into the pit there. This is not looking good for Scoop Lindsay, who keeps getting pushed further and further ahead. 15 seconds now to bring it home, Scoop Lindsay. Let's see what happens. There's the Stephen Heck line coming to John, calling all of our unfortunately slow racers. That's going to be it for Scoop Lindsay. There we go. Congratulations go to Scoop Shooter, Defiant Geek, and Mad Scientist Kel. That's your podium here on The Laboratory. Top 10 rounded out by Judy Bootybot in 4th place. Leading Malvinius, How Intensive, Manaberry, Darlink, The Ben Franklin, and Anathema Unbound in 10th place. Scrolling through in 31st place. Your last place point earner is one Miravina. Congrats, Mira. And look at all of our DNF. Look at all these friends who need Frankerzies. They need to see a little doggy right now. All right, last race of the half. Let's load it up.
Yeah. Can you feel it, baby? I can too.
We are loaded up now on our 8th race tonight. It's Twisted Toothpick. Make sure you join us here. The league is currently being led by Darlink with 89 points. No wins!
Come on, swing.
But 89 points. That's ahead of Leadwind by a good margin. That's a 13-point margin. 76 points for Leadwind. Manaberry in 3rd with 75. Malvini 74. Night Attack and McCulloch with 72. Howie and Princess Dagger with 66. All right, I got a minute 30 to join us here on our next race. It's the Twisted Toothpick! Exclamation mark plays which one is having to get a marble with your Hello everybody, another minute now to join us here on Twisted Toothpick. Of course, if you want to join, I thought I would have a thing there. All right, folks, you get another 52 seconds to join us here on the Twisted Toothpick. I'm playing the Formula One racing game. It's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. Fuck what I don't know. I think it's pretty good. But I'm on one race weekend, and for whatever reason, I'm just like really stuck on it. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix, and the track's fucking weird. I don't know the Hungarian track and the Canadian track. Both of those fuck me up a little bit. I don't have the movements all the way down yet. I still need to practice. Well, who doesn't need to practice? It's the 47 racers who are about to be going on the Twisted Toothpick. There they go, plinkoing their way down on our 8th race this evening. It'll be our last one of the first half. Got another half coming up, another 45 minutes for you. First on the block tonight on this race is going to be Big Hoford, Biz Dism, and Darlink. Our racers are speeding forward here. Wayne Geo, Biz Dism, and Cat and Fubar leading. We got Dumb Guy Sunbun and Game Swan pulling at the rear as our racers make their way through the Curly Fries. It's Captain Fubar leading out of the Curly Fries. Just neck and neck with Wayne Geo. Wayne Geo and Miravina getting some moves, but Captain Fubar is pushing through the meat hooks into the second order of Curly Fries. That's DJ Boss's local ghost. Let's see how Captain Fubar does compared. Captain Fubar is leading on Darlink, Get Xander, and Scoop Shooter. Of course, we've got another strainer here. You want to lose that centrifugal force, Captain Fubar, and get in the hole. It's going to be Scoop Shooter, Jake Schneider, and Theater Monkey now. As more and more racers are dropping through the through the funnel. We're going to jump and see Scoop Lindsay as she lands it here. What happens with Scoop Lindsay, who's leading now, going through the stair steps? And what did I tell you? These stair steps are so dangerous because of the lateral movement, just like that. Sorry, Scoop Lindsay. Miravina and Scoop Shooter are both are basically dog fighting to the end here, but it's so close to the end I didn't have time to hit the button. It'll be Scoop Shooter just beating out Miravina for first place. Third place, it'll be a close Judy Booty Bot. To the next two racers. Top 10 are making their way in. And you've got a minute 20 now to bring us in. Whoo! Bring it in, bring it home. Bring it to the rear. Saying earlier that Weird Things is on Fridays now. You might have noticed it's not out yet. I had to do some work, but it will be in the feeds not long after Marbles. A minute now on the big red clock. We're looking at Mailnum and Sunbun. Oh no, Mr. Bruick. We're looking at Mr. Bruick. To get that last place point. Congratulations, Mr. B. Congratulations. Go to Scoop Shooter, Miravina, and Judy Bootybot, your podium on Twisted Toothpick. Top 10 rounded out by Captain Fubar in fourth place, leading on Mighty Mike, Bobcat, Argyle Gargoyle, Dumb Guy 420, a Night Attack, interesting, and Spiral Shape in 10th place. 47 racers registered, and only 31 of them finished. It's Mr. Bruick getting that last place point. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. That's going to be your first half of the evening. Let me give you a few messages, and then we'll take a short bathroom break. Why don't we? Thank you to everyone who supports us over on Patreon, patreon.com/LFGX. It's only 4 characters. It's so easy to type in, patreon.com/LFGX. If you want to support this directly or maybe more price effectively, patreon.com/LFGX. Make sure you join us over there. You can get access to the back catalog, and you're making this happen. I'm working on a casual, I'm working on a second one. I'm working on a sub league where we can actually give you where we actually can rig it and give you points. But that's just one of the few things that your support on Patreon makes possible. So one more time, patreon.com/LFGX. Of course, you can get free or discount. You can get a free discount. You get a discount on merch. We got Marbles merch. I'm also working on new Marbles merch, but we got a great shirt. We got a great hat. We got a great tote bag, all at marbles.win. Make sure you check it out. Of course, you should also check out our friends over at Spilled Coffee Workshop, spilledcoffeeworkshop.com. They make incredible hand-spun acrylic goods from some of Diamond Club's own. Bottle openers, bottle stoppers, rings. They got ice cream scoops. They got necklaces, all sorts of really cool stuff. Check them out, spilledcoffeeworkshop.com. Support artisan. And support artisanal? Check them out. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining us in the first half. We're going to come back for the second half in 5 minutes. We're going to run a few ads here on Twitch so that the folks who join us don't have to immediately watch some ads. Please make sure you stick around. We got a 5-minute timer on the clock. Thank you so much, everybody. We will be back in 5. Make sure you go to the bathroom, get a drink, feed the dog. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second half of LFG Marbles, Season 5, Week 3. Thank you for joining me. I'm Bryce Castillo and we are here still in Marbles Land, starting our second half of races. I'm going to give you a 2-minute timer to join us on our 9th race this evening. It's Rad Lovely Jane and a Rat Bastion for the level. Exclamation mark players, which want to type in the chat to get on Marble with your name on it and to join the race. That's all you got to do. It's the only thing you got to do. That's right. That's right. This is the Gob Inch level. That's right. This guy freaking loves Job Bluth and the Imperial System. A minute 30 to join us here. Of course, keep an eye out for the chat message or the sounder to get a marble with your name on it. I do guess I have to reopen Chrome. My stuff crashed in the nicest way possible. In the break. It's just fine. We're going to get started here in another minute 10. Thank you for joining us. Exclamation mark plays what you will need to type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it in the day. In the day and in the night. This is our first of 4 community tracks coming up. Thank you to Rat Ashton for this one. On community tracks, these are made by the folks who play marbles on stream even more than we do. And they pay a building pass just to build levels. It's great. If you're making levels, by the way, let us know in the Discord, and we'll make sure that we throw you into the mix next time. Thank you, Theta Monkey. We are going to get started on our 45-minute game clock here. I like to give an extra minute or so on the first race of that. But thank you very much. It's very, 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 very well appreciated. You got 22 seconds to join us here in this race. 49 racers are registered. Make it 50 with Glenn. I got some thank yous I want to give out, including to Mighty Mike, who has resubscribed here on Twitch for 18 months. A few other folks we had, including Cattle Humper yesterday, X-Modem, to Ben Franklin, 69 months. Interesting. All right, the racers are off here. Oh, I completely missed it here on the Rad Lovely Jam. Thank you, Rat Bastion, for the level here. First off the block is going to be Jake Schneider and the King of Kales with BC Smith on the far side there. Our racers are making their way here on the Rad Lovely Jam. Let's take a look at this level. Oh, this is lovely. This is a Rad Lovely Jam. And look at that, look at that. Oh, it's a little guy. Okay, well, let's take a look at the front pack here. We got Jake Schneider and BC Smith neck and neck as they are going through this track. My goodness, it looks like it's just the two of them fighting for first place, and there's no one else fighting for it, so we go, no! Jake Schneider and BC Smith. Oh, losing the dog fight almost immediately. Oh, wait, did they get it back? Oh, no, and then they lost it again. Oh, no! We got Jake Schneider and Sergeant Sunday leading on this side. Krug and Sunbun, BC Smith on the other side. Look at the little guy! Looking at the track, we got Waylaid X, That Punk 1, Kangsbun, Puff Deluxe, Krug, and Buff. Kel, Jake Schneider, Lindsay, and Sergeant Sunday are making their way to the next stage of the track here. Waylaid That Punk 1 and Kangsba leading on this side as they make their way into the little bear guy. How does this work? Oh, we gotta see how this works. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, sorry, Judy. Oh, they get portaled into here. Okay, there we go. That's That Punk 1. Just ahead of Scoop Lindsay and Mad Scientist Kel. All right, folks. Our top 10 are making their way in. It's Sunbun in the 10th place spot. You've got 1 minute 45 seconds to bring it in. Minute 45 on that big red clock here. Hang in there, baby. Hey, hang in there, baby. It kind of looks like we're, the marbles are dropping into the bear's testicles. It kind of seems like we're doing a nutsack thing. All right, there we go. Congratulations go to That Punk 1, Scoop, Lindsay, and Mad Scientist Kel, your leaders, your podium on the Rad Lovely Jam. Thank you, Rat Bastion, for the level. Top 10 rounded out by Kingsba in 4th place, leading Waylaid X, the Ben Franklin, the Puff Deluxe, the Montara 22, the ICU, and the Sun Bun in 10th place. I'm sorry, those are all very derogative terms per the AP. 43rd place is going to be Gitpull Xander getting that last place point. Congrats to Gitpull and everyone who entered the race. Gotta give me some Frankersies for those. Gotta give me some Frank. Look at that. Only, what was that, 7? That 7? Was that 7? Was that 7? Was that 7? Loading up some more community levels here. Let's take a look at the top racers in your Marbles League. Starlink still leads 13 points over Ledwin, 89-76. Manaberry with 75. All right, we are loaded up into our next race this evening. 2 minutes on the clock to join us on the new Unleashed Theory. Thank you to Childinos Is Shildino? Shildino. So I'm gonna assume it's Shildino. I'm assuming it's like a Brazilian. When you see NHO like that, that's like an Enya. It's like an Enya sound. It's like an Enya sound, right? Pretty sure that's how that works. All right, you got a minute 30 to join us here on the new Unleashed Theory. I just grabbed a towel to dust off my screen. There's just turns out there's stars. We're here on Unleashed Theory. Let's take a look at the track here. Okay, we got some double backs here. We got some tunnels of hell. We got a plane at the end with a cannon. I wonder where that cannon, how calibrated that cannon is. And we're ending with the Ferris wheel, which leads to a lot of chaos at the end of the race. That'll be very, very exciting. All right, you've got 55 seconds to join us here on the new Unleashed Theory! Plays which one to type to get a marble with your name on it. Got another 39 minutes in this half. We're making great time. We are on our second community level of the evening, new Unleashed Theory. Thank you for joining us here. 43 racers are you? This topic is going to be much longer than 20 seconds. Okay, I'll come back. We got another 16 seconds here on. Is it? Look at that, Shildino. Skildino. All right, well, 46 Skildino racers are off in 3 seconds on the new Unleashed Theory. And they're off. Making their way now, Mechaholic and Leadwind. Oh no! Gitpool falling right off the immediate start of the track. Mechaholic and Leadwind, Captain Jack Anathema, Unbound Dumb Guy and Carson, Kingsmud, Male Numb, all sorts of racers leading the pack here. Pulling up the rears, Jake and Manaberry so far. Leadwind is in this front pack here of racers who are on these switchbacks here. You need to drop and turn around really quickly. You don't want to go too far up and down. You want to kind of stop, and you want to use your centrifugal force, frankly. We're looking at Captain Fubar, the Ben Franklin Dumb Guy and Mechaholic, Mr. Burke, Night Attack, Melvinius, Poff Deluxe, Montara, and Mailna, Miravina, Glendon, and Kingsbud, Vuff. Some of the front pack here on the new Unleashed Theory. Mechaholic is leading into the cannon over the plane. Oh, it's a very piddly little cannon. Oh, it's a little padoo, padoo, padoo. This is one of those cannons. Padoo, padoo, padoo. See here, listen to the cinematic. Padoo. All right, getting their way to the final stretch here. Let's take a look at the standings. We got Glendon Ray, Mechaholic, Kingsman, Malvinius all in the mix. Going to the Ferris wheel. Malvinius one and done. Takes the first place ahead of Kingsba. A lot of racers stuck, but it's going to be Mechaholic just ahead of Glenn and Darlink, and then Kinlan for the top 6. Top 10 are making their way in. A minute 50 on the big red clock here. Only one DNF so far. I hate to see that. Of course, that's the only DNF that's actually a bonus point. Sunbun, I'd like you to know that very much was a home star runner sound effect. Because indeed, I was shooting Teddy Grahams. You couldn't see them. They're invisible Teddy Grahams, but I wasn't. Minute 15 now as Mr. Burke brings it in. Jake Schneider, your LFG X title sponsor, and Mana Berry are trying to get this last place point. Jake making it through. Minute 6 now for Mana, who grabs that last place spot. There we go. Congratulations go to Malvinius, Kingsba, and Mechaholic. Your podium here on the new Unleashed Theory. Thank you to Shildino for the track. Top 10 rounded out by Glendon Ray in 4th place, leading on Darlink, Kinlan, Defiant Geek, Carson Diesler, Sergeant Sunday, and the Ben Franklin. That's your top 10. 46 racers registered in 46 registered, only 45 of them finished. And folks, that's a bonus points. That's a bonus point for Gitpool Xander being the only DNF in that race. And you know what, Gitpool Xander? The points count just the same. All right, let's go to our next track. All right, 2 minutes on the clock here for our next community track. It's Chance Boost Fall. Then get a Kilarius Maximilian for the track. Exclamation mark plays, which way to type in chat, get a marble with your name on it, or keep an eye out for the chat or the sound. I'll let you know you gotta type exclamation mark play. You do have to type it every race. You do have to do it every race. I feel like if I came up with a video game, oops, don't do that. No, don't do that either. If I came up with a video game, I think it would be one where you do need to kind of hit go every couple of minutes. I thought maybe not, but I think it's just the right amount of engagement. I don't think. So, okay, here's the thing. A minute 30 to be honest. I've recently been getting into this J-pop artist who was super huge. She was super huge for a very long time. And very, I think, defining a little bit in some of my music. But only lately have I really been getting into a lot of her music. You know, specifically stuff from 2000, 2001, 20 plus years old. And she just had a new album come out, and I'm trying to figure out how to feel, because some of it's alright, some of it I don't love. And you know, her voice has changed. Her voice has changed even since the last time I was like really actively listening to her in college. No, it's not Utada Hikaru. Utada Hikaru's doing their own thing. No, this is Ayumi Hamasaki's got a new album out called Remember Me. Remember You. Not Remember Me, Remember You. And I didn't love the singles going into the album, but I think they kind of work. I think they do kind of work. Now I'm getting a note from my producer here. Earlier today, my producer recognized that Bryce referenced the web cartoon Home Star Runner, but this producer had misidentified the source of the reference as from Happy Fireworks, when in fact it was from Strong Bad Email 88 Couch Patch. My producer regrets it. See, I knew it had to be the Teddy Grams. All right, Sunbun is leading Darlink and Malvinius here in the funnel on Chance Boost Fall. This is one of the few community tracks with a full fat funnel here at the start of the race. Sunbun and Darlink are the closest ones. Enchilada Fun's in the mix. Malvinius and Howie, United Attack Buff, and Ben Franklin. And Sunbun gets off the block first ahead of Darlink now on the Boost Fall. So does Enchilada of Fun, 1, 2, and 3. Pretty definitive. As our racers going to the whoa, look at this level. It looks like a damn Hot Wheels track. Am I freaking right or what? Darlink and Sunbun are trading blows. Ooh, a lot of falling off the track here. Darlink and Sunbun still trading blows here. If they got a little closer, the dogs might be fighting. My dogs are fighting. Oh, Sunbun has just skipped a significant? No, actually lost out. Oh, that's intentional. Oh, it's intentional. Oh, that's an alternate route just in case you get going a little too hot on that side. Sunbun now way leading over all of the other racers. Defiant Geek now getting escape velocity. Darlink, Malvinius, and GameSwan, Mechaholic, and Night Attack as well. This is not even a Steve. This is just like a part of the track with an opening like this. Sunbun is now finished, and your winner ahead of Defiant Geek in second place. A minute 50 on the clock here. Wow, even our winner is confused by that one. A minute 45 on the big red clock here. The rest of our top 10 are in. Got a few DNFs on the final stretch here. Ooh, God, I hate to see that. Looking at the back of the pack here, we got Ledwin, we got the King of Kales, and Dumb Guy 420. There's King of Kales. Let's see if the Dumb Guy can make it. Oh, and you know, if you fell off after the finish line, it still counts. There we go. Congratulations go to Sunbun, Defiant Geek, and Game Swan. Your podium here on Maximilian's Chance Boost Fall. Thank you for the level. Top 10 rounded up by Darlink ahead of Malvinius, Judy Bootybot, How Intensive, Night Attack, interesting, Nybok, and Get Pull Xander in 10th place. We're scrolling through all of our racers and seeing who got that last place. It'll be 33rd place for Dumb Guy 420 getting that last place point. Congrats to the Dumb Guy. Got to get some Frankerzies for our DNF friends. Of course, DNF stands for Does Need Frankerzies, and boy, do they need it. We're going to load up our last community level right now. We're going to load it up 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 right now. We'll take a look at today's top movers as well. Big movers today. Judy Bootybot moving that booty with 44 points. Darlink in second with 40. Game Swan with 36. All right, we are loaded up into our next track here. 2 minutes on the clock for the rushing, appealing Zenith. Make sure you join us. Thank you to Raz Grizz Simpatico for the level. Exclamation mark plays, which one I type in the chat, get a marble with your name on it. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, it's so easy. Oh, it's so free. So yes, I was talking about Yuma Hamasaki in that last segment here. Whoa, we're facing. Why did you do? Okay, there we go. So she got a new album out. I didn't love the singles because here's the thing. Like she's a pop singer, she's a rock singer. She's done a little bit of everything. She's done electric. She's done dance music when it was a big deal to do dance music. Her new album is very almost tech rock. I wonder. I don't know if this is mean to say. She lost her hearing probably 10 or 15 years ago. About the same time her voice changed again. And a lot of her recent songs are very rhythm based. And I wonder if that's a part of it. If I don't know, to my ear, and fucking. What do I know? I haven't listened. I explicitly have not listened to the last 5 years of music she's farted out. But it's a bit of a different sound. It's a very it's not rock music. But it is not pop music. But it's like if a pop song was a rock song. If you get what I mean, right? It's not like, oh, this is our 5-piece band and we're exploring sounds. It's I don't know. Check it out. All right, 5 seconds now for 50 racers registered on the rushing, appealing Zenith, and they are off! On our 12th race today is Enchilada Fun, Scoop Lindsay, Mad Scientist, Cal first of the block, Athos Carnage on the center side here. Scoop Lindsay takes the lead on the start of the rushing Zenith. Let's take a look at what Scoop Lindsay's got for us. Oh! I forgot this one was so short. Congratulations! Congratulations! Okay, congratulations, Scoop Lindsay, Enchilada Fun, and FLS Carnage. That's your podium. On your 12th race this evening, the rushing, appealing Zenith. Thank you, Razgriz, for the level. It would take me longer to say Razgriz Simpatico than it took the 11 seconds for Scoop Lindsay to take that win. Top 10 rounded up by Medsendis Cal in 4th place, leading Max Power, Bobcat, Defiant Geek, Kinlan Krugen, Cinematic Universe in 10th place. Scrolling through in 38th place, Waylaid X, who got that last place point. I know, blink and you'll miss it. Blinks the cat and you'll miss it. Blinks the cat and you'll miss it. Blinks the cat and you'll miss it. All right, we are loaded up here on our 13th race this evening. It's Robotic Roadway exclamation mark plays, which you want to type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. But there is a little bit of dissonance, maybe just a little bit of dissonance, and part of it certainly is like a dissonance in understanding, right? I've been listening to these old albums a lot. They're translated. I know the translations. Some of them I can fucking improv in English. But then I'm listening to the new stuff, and I don't know. Some of it I got an idea for. Oh, okay. Why am I different than everybody else? So little things like that. But I'm trying to square it. This person, this 22-year-old I'm listening to, is also this 40. Yeah, she's what, 40? She's got kids. It doesn't matter. But I'm trying to understand it. And she writes her lyrics, which is a part of it. And what do your lyrics feel like when you go from your first few albums to your 18th album? Now my producer is letting me know that we're gonna have a little more "Don't Get Stuck." Well, goodness, I sure hope so. Thank you. Exclamation mark, please, which should I type in chat. Last chance to join us here. 20 seconds. Join the 48 Racer Register. We're back on our standard tracks. We're here on Robotic Roadway. This is our 13th race today. This is the Robotic Roadway. There's a bunch of crap on the level. Look at that part of the track. There's a bunch of crap out there. And there's a bunch of crap over there. All right. 5 seconds now. 49 racers are registered and off on Robotic Roadway. They're plinkoing their way down on the Plinko. First off the block, is it going to be Chevstar? No, it's going to be Waylaid X ahead of Glendon Ray, How Intense, and Captain Fubar, as the rest of our racers are rushing out onto the roadway. Learning XP and Malvinius pull out the rear as we take a look at Glenn, who is leading on the bottom side here. Chev and Gitpool leading on the top side of your screen here. We'll widen out just a little bit as our racers either drop into or cannon into this second funnel here. It's going to be Coford leading well ahead of the rest of our racers. Now Vuff and Bobcat getting their escape velocity. B. Coford going into a divergent section here. 45 seconds elapsed on the clock here. B. Coford's got to avoid the hammer. Watch out for the hammer. Oh no, the ham. The ham certainly couldn't help but meet the hammer. There's Bobcat falling off as well. Mechaholic and Vuff are neck and neck, wheel and wheel. Minute 5 on the Robotic Roadway. Vuff is now making it through the invisible crap as Mechaholic falls off of the track. Oh my goodness. Vuff now leading, going through a bunch of... Oh no, he's gotten stuck in one of the debris here. Just for a moment, the King of Chaos is also trying to catch up. Waylaid X. Waylaid X has taken the lead now. A minute 30 left. Got some blocks in the way. In the Waylaid. Oh no, Waylaid X is getting stuck yet again. Red Light Mike, though. Oh, a minute 38. That's a new local record. Congratulations. So Waylaid X, that's going to be great. A minute 15 for the rest of our racers to bring it in. There's Gitpool Xanderte in the second place. There's the final despawning. Miravina sneaks in third place. Your top 10 are just about in. There's Max Power.
It's a new lap record.
Indeed.
It's a new lap record.
Indeed. Top 10 are in. You got 45 seconds now. We got Mr. Burke and Mad Scientist Kel. $23 seconds from Mad Scientist Kel to bring it in. Get out of the X, Steve! Get out of the cross, Steve! Oh no, this is not looking great for Kel. You've got to get escape velocity right now, and only 10 seconds left to bring it home, Kel. Bring it home! There we go! Congratulations go to Waylaid X.
It's a new lap record.
With a time of 1:38.6. That is a new local record from Waylaid X beating Red Light Mike. Congratulations, Waylaid X. You're going to get 5 bonus points for that. Top 10. Top 3 also. Gitpool Xander and Miravina, second and third, rounding out that podium. Rounding out the top 10, Mac Addict in in fourth place, leading the King of Chaos, How Intensive, Vuff, X-Modem, Max Power, and Cinematic Universe. It's Mad Scientist Kel in 12th place, getting that last place point. Very sorry to Mr. Bruick, who we do have to give the cold shoulder to. Let's load up another track, why don't we? Take a look at the big movers today as we get loaded into our next track here. 2 minutes on the clock for Slippery Slopes. Gonna look at today's big top needle movers. Who are your movers today? Waylaid X with those 5 points. 4 wins! Goodness gracious, 45 points. Big mover today. 2 wins for Judy Bootybot, 44th place. Darlink with 40. A minute 30 now on Slippery Slopes. Of course, you hear the sound, you hear the chat message. Exclamation mark, place, check, get a marble with your name on it. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Welcome back to Marbles. We got another minute 20 here on our 14th race this evening. Got another 20 minutes on the game clock. Plenty of time to get these last 3 races in. We're here on Slippery Slopes. Hello, everybody. Of course, if you like marbles, if you're enjoying this, make sure you join us on our next match. It's going to be on February 10th, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to have another race the next 2 weeks after that, so make sure you join us. My producer's sending me a note. Bryce, don't forget to shout out Mitch's Tiki Hut, happening on the How Intensive stream tomorrow at 4 Eastern. Howie's making the Queen's Park Swizzle with a dang stick. Make a swizzle with a stick? Ooh. Well, everybody, make sure you go give Howie a follow. How Intensive here on Twitch. 30 seconds to join us here on Slippery Slopes. Hello, everybody. I did the Apple student Apple Fitness Plus for a while, and this was one of the songs in one of the dance. All right, 51 racers are registered and off here on Slippery Slopes. 14th race of the evening. Just a few more. Looking at off the block, it's Mechaholic Jake Schneider. And a bunch of our other racers here is pretty quick off the block. Pull up the rears, Judy Bootybot, Max Power, and Darlink. Looking at the front, it's FLS Carnage ahead of Captain Fubar fighting with Jake Schneider for second place. Malvinius, Ledwin, and How Intensive fighting for fourth. 25 seconds left so far. FLS Carnage going on this left side. A bunch of the other races going on the right side here. Going into the ski slope now. Malvinius is leading. Our racers are going to have to contend with rocks and debris, rubble and crubble on the slippery slopes. Going into another funnel, it's FLS Carnage leading Bobcat and Malvinius, but goodness, there's a bunch of crap on the track. Our racers are getting stopped and stuck all day long. The King of Chaos and Neil Fleisch are just skipping by all of that. So is Spiral Shape. Spiral Shape is still still has a spherical marble, even though it looks like a. All right, there's some of the despawning there that we're looking for. The King of Chaos now making it into the infinity sign, followed by Tweak Sauce. Thank you for joining us, Tweak Sauce. Neil Fleisch, Sergeant Center, and Chev Star. Thank you for joining us, Chev. Ledwin and that Punk One also making their way into the infinity here. There's a switch back here that the King of Chaos is just about to hit. Tweak Sauce also in the mix with Chev Star there. Neil and Sergeant Sunday hitting the switchback. No collision. Ooh, there's a little bit of a collision there as Mana Berry bonks just a bit. Going in the opposite direction. King of Chaos dealing with some debris, avoids the first pack, walks back to the second pack. The third pack has despawned. This is great for Chaos. Even better for Tweak Sauce and Chev Star. They're going into the next section here, having to deal with some of these ice stanchions here. King of Chaos and Tweak Sauce are neck and neck. Oh, Tweak Sauce getting not just bonked, but stuck. Sergeant Sunday moving into second place. King of Chaos now going through the bamboos and going to go on the, on your screen right side. Martara on the screen left side. Neil Fleisch, first one in the screen center side. This is a real slippery part of the slippery slope. You see these switchbacks here. These are not just switchbacks. These are also single file lines, which means every time a marble joins the line, it stops everybody else from completing the switchback here. So they're going to go in waves a little bit based on how the marbles make it in. And when there's conflict, like Poff and Enchilada just found out, you're going to lose a position. And God, it kills me inside when anybody cannot finish a race. Tweak Sauce is looking like they're going to lead out of the slopes of the rails here. There we go. Top 4 racers: Tweak, Waylaid, Ledwin, and Manaberry. None of them getting too French on your Irish, but Tweak Sauce is the only one getting great escape velocity. The center pack get a fast shot into the cones of Dunshire, but also split up directly into one. Tweak Sauce coming out of the elevator now, 3:15 on the clock. This is the final stretch here on the slippery slopes. Also, the thing about slippery slopes is you gotta land it. So Tweak Sauce, let's see if you land it. Tweak Sauce does land it, takes the win. Second place, Argyle Gargoyle and Jay Kensuke. Neil Fleisch in 4th place. Waylaid X in 5. Aaron Byrne, Spiral Shape. Sergeant Sunday, Vuff, and Anathema Unbound. That's your top 10 on slippery slopes. All right, I'm in at 14. Minute 14 now. We're looking at... All right, Paolo, can you land it? Oh! I think they did. Congratulations go to Tweak Sauce, Argyle Gargoyle, and Jay Kensuke. That's your podium here on Slippery Slopes, our 14th race this evening. Top 10 rounded out by Neil Fleisch in 4th place, leading Waylaid X, Aaron Burns, Spiral Shape, Sergeant Sunday Vuff, and Anathema Unbound. Scrolling through all of our racers, only 30 of them hit that finish line, including Paolo DLR in last place. Look at all these Frankersies that we need. DNF stands for does need Frankersies, by the way, and that's a lot. That's a lot of Frankersies. All right, 2 more races today. Let's get them loaded. By the way, thank you for the follows, Wayne and Tweak. All right, we are loaded up now. 2 minutes on Marbles Diner. Make sure you join us, ! Play is what you want to type in the chat. 2 more races left today. We're going to do this in our customary final race. Of course, if you are enjoying this and you want even more, we will be back in 2 weeks' time, February 10th, as we get the second half of this season rolling on the 17th. And then week 6 on the 24th. Of course, marbles.win is the website. That's where you can get access to if you want to see your stats. Here's a great thing about marbles.win. Even if you're not doing well, those stats update in kind of real time. So if you want to see how you're doing, go to marbles.win. Check out the stats here. You can see all of the stats from all of the seasons so far. A minute 10 now to join us on Marbles Diner. This is a classic level with it's a very impressive prop. Don't get me wrong, the diner is impressive, but they need to, at some point they should make the track run through the diner, right? Maybe not, because the diner is got a lot of props and stuff going on, but I feel like they should. All right, 36 seconds here to join us on Marbles Diner. ! Play. Play is what I'm typing in chat. Get a marble with your name on it. Not my name on it, your name on it. Not my name on it, your name on it. Jkensuke asks, where do we go for the stats? Go to the website marbles.win. You'll see the stats portion on the top menu bar there. The great thing about our LFG League is that you don't have to do anything different than when you normally play Marbles on screen, but our point system is better. 5 seconds now to get started on the Marbles Diner. 3, 2, and 50 racers are rolling on Marbles Diner. They're plinkoing their way down to get off the block first. First, it'll be the King of Chaos, Ephesus Carnage, and Enchilada of Fun. The rest of our racers are speeding through the start of the track here. Marbles Diner, our 15th race this evening. We're looking at FLS Carnage ahead of Darling and Scoop Lindsay, and Ledwin all ahead of Max Power's Local Ghost here. It's the Marbles Diner. Hey, I'll take this one to go. What is this window? What is it? Is this supposed to be a drive-through window? Do diners have drive-throughs? I don't know. Just all I'm saying is make it make sense. All I'm saying is make it make sense. All right, sorry, we're going back to the track here. We got Darlink and Tweak Sauce leading on Fournier and That Punk 1 ahead of Max Power's Local Ghost, Mighty Mike and X Modem, Mr. Bruick, Kingsba, Argyle, Spiral Shape, Night Attack, and many more are over there. Darlink and Tweak Sauce, I wonder if they've tweaked the physics of this level, because normally people get stopped there for way, way longer. Darlink and Tweak Sauce now making their way through the disco with That Punk 1 and Fournier on their heels. A minute 10 on the clock so far. Darlink now going through the dog leg right ahead of That Punk 1 and Fournier, all ahead of Max Power's Local Ghost, but there's still more chaos left to go. Our racers are going into this next portion of the track. Most racers will go on your screen right side. This part here is a bongo. You'll see it with Darlink probably. Our racers hit this section and bonk. Oh, That Punk 1 showing me up almost immediately. That screen right side of your side where Darlink and Fournier have gone through is a little bit longer because you have to go through this copy left section here. You have to drop into the speed humps there and then continue on. But That Punk 1 did not have any of that problems with a time of 1:51. A new local record for That Punk 1
New lap record.
on Marbles Diner. A minute 20 on the big red clock here. This could be dangerous for some of our racers if you want to get that last place or any points. 2:15 elapsed so far here on the Marbles Diner.
New lap record.
Top 5 are in. We're waiting for the top 10. We're waiting for you. No, here we go. Top 8 and top 10 with Night Attack taking that 10th place. This one's going to be a bloodbath here. 30 seconds. Keep an eye on that left side of the screen. That's where the Stephen Heck line is coming to John, calling all of our racers who have the indignity of still being on the track more than they need to be. A lot of DNFs happening already. There's Kimry, there's Mechaholic, there's Malvinius. There's Waylate X getting knocking boots, but 10 seconds are left on the clock here as they make their way through the Ferris wheel. It's dangerous. 6, 5. There we go. Congratulations to That Punk 1, Fournier, and Darlink, your podium on Marbles Diner. With a time of 1 minute, 50 seconds, 0.2.
New lap record.
That's a new lap record from That Punk 1. That's going to be 5 extra points to That Punk 1 for beating and setting the local record. Congratulations. Top 10 rounded up by Tweak Sauce in 4th place, leading Miravina, Spiral Shape, Jay Kensuke, Bobcat, Manaberry, and Night Attack in 10th place. Interesting we've done that. Okay. In 38th place, it's going to be That Dumb Guy 420. Excuse me, Dumb Guy 420. That Dumb Guy. No, just Dumb Guy. Getting that last place point.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby, shoot.
All right, we're loading up our final race of the evening. It's Castle Siege. It's our favorite. It's our custom. It's the best one. But before we do that, I want to give you some final messages here so we can get out of here once the Castle Sieging is done.
That sounds sexy.
Of course, if you want to support Marbles, you can do so at any time. Go to patreon.com/LFGX. It's only 4 characters. Make sure you, if you want to support this, you can do so pretty cost effectively over there. Patreon.com/LFGX. I want to find a way to give you guys points. I want to find a way to rig the game. I actually do want to find a way to rig the game. But we'll do it in a fun way. And it won't affect this league. This would be like the real league, and then there'll be like joke leagues. That's the way a sport should be run. So you should have like the real, and then you should just have jokes. You just should have jokes. I think you should just have jokes. Joke league. I think so. So that's patreon.com. Of course, if you want merch, oh my god, if you want merch. This is not just a painting on my wall. This is actually a shirt, and it's so good. It's a Bella Canvas shirt. It's well printed. It's super soft. It's just fantastic. You got the LFG logo on the front and the big emblems on the back. Oh my god, this tote bag. You know why I like this? You know why I like this tote bag? I like this tote bag partly, it is a subtle design. I mean, it's got a lot of colors, but it subtly is two-sided. The sides are not the same. It's also really well made. Keep my laptop and stuff in it. So make sure you join us. Make sure you check that out. Marbles.win is the website. It's got all the merch, stats, email list, calendars, schedules, all the stuff there. If you got a question, Marbles.win will put you in the right track to find you. So, of course, our friends over at Spilled Coffee Workshop help make this happen by furnishing our season end gift for our season winner. SpilledCoffeeWorkshop.com. Check out their handmade acrylic goods using food grade steel, the good steel. If you want a bottle opener, bottle stopper, ring, necklace, they got ice cream scoops. Check them out. It's really good artisanal stuff. Great prices. SpilledCoffeeWorkshop.com. All right, we have 2 minutes on the clock for our final race of the evening. It's Castle Siege. Thank you so much for joining us here, everyone, on week 3 of LFG Marbles Season 5. This is our final race of the evening, but I'm still going to remind you about it. Type exclamation play in the chat, and you're going to join this race, and that's all you got to do. We'll track your wins. We'll track your points. We'll track your ass. It says right here, tracked ass. Minute 30 to join us. Hello, everybody. Of course, we will be back in 2 weeks' time with more marbles. I bet also, I just bet over the weekend I'm probably going to stream some more Family Feud. Oh my god, I've been streaming Family Feud, and it's so fun. We're gonna win a car, okay? We're gonna win a car. How? We're gonna win that car, though. But I need your help, so make sure you join me for the Family Feud stuff. Howie's got a stream tomorrow. Make sure you check it out. What else is going on? We got some new Modern Rogue videos. We just had a new Modern Rogue video go out today. If you want to learn how to saddle stitch, make sure you check that out. We had a new Scam Nation video come out last week on, it's not really how to, but it's really funny. Check out Scam Nation. Cord Killers, we just had Bill Oakley on, a former Simpsons writer, and now a fast food reviewer. Check it out. And that's the most recent episode of Cord Killers. Weird Things is going to go out after this. Weird Things is back on Fridays. All sorts of good stuff. Okay, we've got 30 seconds for 54 racers who are registered in this final race of the evening. Last chance to join in and get some points today in week 3. We will be back in 2 weeks, by the way. So I hope you enjoy us then. I don't know when you'll enjoy us, but I hope that's then. Well, here's something to enjoy. We've got 54 racers who are about to go off the block in 5, 4, 3, 2, and they are off, making their way on Castle Siege. This is our customary final track. This is a drag strip style track as our racers get propelled down a castle walkway. It is a complete straightaway from here to the end of the race. Our racers are being propelled forward by the orange energy beams that you see on the walkway. That increases our racers' momentum. That means if you're going forward, you'll go forward faster. If you're going backwards, you'll go backwards faster. And finally, as you've noticed already, there are cannons shooting debris onto the track that our racers will have to avoid and keep an eye on so that they do not get stopped up too soon. We're looking at Ken Wharf 04 just had a Magical Objects local ghost. Ken Wharf's got an okay line, but he's going well to the right side of the screen here. That's not great. If you look at those raised portions of the walkway, those are actually bongos, which you may have seen earlier tonight. Those are going to keep our racers from hugging the wall, and it shoots them out at a 45-degree angle. It's a very dangerous angle to get into because you can just go 45 all race. Look at that. It's going to stop Ken Wharf up just a bit, but a good distance for second place Aaron Byrne. A little bit of another stretch for Scoop Lindsay and Anathema Unbound fighting for third. Ken Wharf now getting stopped by some of the cannonball debris as we see other racers closing in as Ken Wharf goes into, oh no! Digs himself further into the debris. A minute 40 on the clock so far as Ken Wharf just makes it out, rides the wall, hits some debris. This could actually be a good line for Ken Wharf if he can get this straightened out and get more energy on the Scoop. Lindsay and Anathema Unbound stuck in the same debris as How Intensive moves into second place on our final race of the evening. Ken Wharf getting stopped up by some more debris. There's Magical Objects local ghost shooting off into the sunset. Magical Objects really has a fantastic local record. Ken Wharf now is trying to stave off Darlink, but stave off goes 1, 2, 3, and then into the debris yet again. Darlink is now going backwards, which is incredibly dangerous to do. We go up to the front of the pack here. Judy Bootybot, Ledwin, and Scoop Shooter are trying to navigate the debris here. 2:22 on the clock already, and it's still anybody's game. Scoop Shooter jumping into a debris and a half. Make that 3 as more cannons look to stop Scoop Shooter in their track. Scoop Shooter going in the final stretch here, but this is not necessarily Scoop Shooter's win just yet. 2:39 on the clock so far. Scoop Shooter avoiding some of the debris, but bumping into some of the rest of it, getting waylaid as Ledwin wins this race. What will happen with Scoop Shooter getting stuck, losing second place, losing third place now? Scoop Shooter losing fourth place, fifth place, and sixth place. Scoop Shooter has to settle for seventh place as our top 10 make their way into the finish line. 3 minutes on the clock so far, and a minute 12 on the big red clock. We go to the back of the pack here to see all of our fallen compadres who are trying as try may try to bring it home on our final race of the evening. Just 1 minute left, and that Stephen Heck line is coming to John calling Sergeant Sunday in such a bad way. There's Nybach going backwards, and you hate to see that. Sergeant Sunday with only 50 seconds left, hitting more bongos. That's going to be a DNF for Sergeant Sunday. We jump up to Dumb Guy 420, who is stopped on the track, going very bongo-y. Boy, I think Dumb Guy wishes he had a 45-degree angle, because that's basically a 90-degree angle. Mighty Mike now trying to catch up with Kim Ree and Defiant Geek. 30 seconds left on the big red clock now. Mighty Mike has got that Stephen Heck line on the line, and there's Mighty Mike getting John called. 22 seconds now as Kimmery, Jay Kensuke, and Defiant Geek are trying to get that last place point in our final race of the evening. Only 14 seconds left to go. There's that finish line in the background. We've got Kimmery with 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. There we go! Congratulations go to the Ben Franklin, Neil Fleisch, and Darlink. Oh, that's not right. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry, wow, that's not the right. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, sorry. My scroll wheel was doing some scroll wheel stuff. All right. Congratulations go to Ledwin, Krug, and X Modem, your podium here on Castle Siege. Top 10 rounded out by Theater Monkey, Scoop Lindsay, Spiral Shape, Scoop Shooter, Ken Wharf, Aaron Byrne, and Judy Bootybot in 10th place. 54 racers entered, and only 49 of them finished, with Kim Ree 69 taking that last place point in 49th. That's going to do it for our races today. Let's take a look at some of the stats and the standings before we wrap up the evening. First off, your big movers and shakers today. These are the folks who scored the most points today in Week 3. Waylaid X leading with 52 points. That new lap record was pretty baller. Darlink with 50 points in second place. No wins to their name, but still a lot of points. Judy Bootybot in third today, 45 points. Top Punk 1 with 40. Scoop Lindsay with 30. We're going to take a look at the top of your LFG League, Season 5. These are your live standings, but these should be accurate. We're looking at a Darlink domination with 111 plus 3. That's 114 points. No wins, but still beating out Malvinius by 220 even. By 20 points. Look at that. Incredible. Darlink with no wins. Look at the win tally in those top 10s. 0, 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 3, 1, 1, 1. That's incredible, Darlink. Malvinius and Scoop Lindsay, second and third. Leadwind, Mechaholic, Waylay Dex, Night Attack, Mana Berry, Gitpul Xander, and How Intensive. If you want to see all of the stats, go to marbles.win. Why don't you check it out? We're going to be back in 2 weeks' time, February 10th, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we'll be back the next 2 weeks, the 17th and the 20th. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on LFG Marbles. Week 3, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're going to have some other stuff coming up over the next weeks, so make sure you follow us here on Twitch. Check out the website, marbles.win. Join the email list. Get on the Google Calendar. All of that stuff. It's all there. Marbles.win. Join the Discord. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're going to be back in 2 weeks. Bye-bye!